Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we will discuss frequently asked questions about Interpol, Diffusion, and Red Notices. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our informative content. What exactly is Interpol? Interpol is an international organization that promotes worldwide law enforcement collaboration by providing shared databases and communication channels. Interpol use Red Notices and Diffusion to enable the organization to transmit information about wanted people, which is one of their key functions. Interpol works with a country's National Central Bureau, or NCB, which is a component of a country's police force that provides information to Interpol. In most circumstances, this department of police is in charge of international coordination between its respective countries' police forces and Interpol. What is a Red Notice? A Red Notice is an Interpol electronic alert sent at the request of a country's NCB. It is logged in Interpol's databases, which are accessible to law enforcement and immigration officials worldwide. They are international requests issued by Interpol to seek the location and provisional arrest of a person pending extradition or similar legal action. Its objective is to seek the location of a wanted person and his or her custody, arrest or restriction of movement for the purposes of extradition, surrender, or other legal action. A Red Notice informs law enforcement officers in one country that authorities in another are attempting to capture a certain individual and includes an individual's name, birth date, nationality, and photos. It also includes a synopsis of the charge for which the individual is wanted, as well as a description of the alleged conduct for which they are held liable. They are not arrest warrants, but rather a tool used by Interpol to facilitate cooperation between member countries in dealing with individuals wanted for prosecution or to serve a sentence based on an arrest warrant or court judgment. What is a diffusion? Similar to a Red Notice, a diffusion is also an alert that informs law enforcement agencies that a foreign country has ordered the arrest of a certain individual. Both types of alerts are issued by Interpol to facilitate cooperation among member countries in the detection and apprehension of criminals. However, there are key differences between a Red Notice and a diffusion alert. The following are the key differences between Red Notices and diffusions. The first key difference is purpose. A Red Notice is a request to locate and provisionally arrest an individual pending extradition. It is issued at the request of a member country based on a valid national legal charge and serves as a tool for member countries to seek the location and detention of a person wanted for prosecution or to serve a sentence. Unlike the Red Notice, a diffusion notice is less formal and does not request the provisional arrest of an individual. It is a less formal way for Interpol to inform member countries about a person of interest, provide additional information, or seek assistance in locating a person, often related to ongoing investigations. The second key difference is formality. A Red Notice is a more formal and structured process that requires a specific legal basis, such as a valid national arrest warrant. The request for a Red Notice goes through a standardized procedure, including an assessment by Interpol's General Secretariat before issuance. For diffusion notices, it is a less formal process and can be used for a wider range of purposes. Diffusion notices can be issued by member countries directly without going through the same formalized procedure as a Red Notice. The third key differences between Red Notices and diffusion notices is legal basis. A Red Notice is based on a valid national legal charge and requires a proper legal foundation, such as a national arrest warrant or court decision. Conversely, a diffusion notice may not necessarily be based on a specific legal charge, and the information provided may be less formal. It is often used to spread information quickly to assist with investigations. The final key difference is scope. For Red Notices, it is specific to individuals with a formal legal case against them. The notice includes details about the individual's identity, photograph, fingerprints if available, and information about the alleged crime. Diffusion notices, on the other hand, can be more general and may include information about individuals who are subjects of interest in an ongoing investigation. The information shared in a diffusion notice may not be as detailed as that in a red notice. To summarize, while both red notices and diffusions serve the purpose of international cooperation in law enforcement, the red notice is a more formal request for the provisional arrest of an individual based on a specific legal charge, whereas the diffusion notice is a less formal mechanism for sharing information and seeking assistance in locating individuals in a wider range of circumstances. Can I travel if I am under a red notice or diffusion? If you are subject to a red notice or diffusion, you are highly likely to be caught at home or when traveling. Many countries compel border officials to arrest anyone subject to red notices, so you may be detained upon arrival or departure from an airport. Similarly, in other countries, hotels may provide guest information to local authorities, who may check the identities against Interpol databases, perhaps leading to your arrest. Next question. I feel I received a red notice or diffusion. How do I find out if a notice has been issued against me? You can find the Interpol website's Wanted Persons section at www.interpol.int/wanted-person. This page includes excerpts from a few red notices, but not all. If your name appears on this page, it will also include a broad description of the offense you did, such as stealing. To obtain more specific information, you must use one of the other procedures described on their website. However, if you do not appear on this page, this is not definitive. Only a few red notices appear on this page. The remaining information is only available through Interpol's regional network, which are only visible to national law enforcement organizations and not to the public. Furthermore, if you are subject to a diffusion, this information will never be displayed on the Interpol website. Question 6. May I request the police in my country search Interpol's databases on my behalf? You may be able to obtain information by calling authorities in your home country. There may not be a formal process for this, but individuals have received informal responses in some cases. Be cautious in this situation because the police may not be able to access Interpol databases and you could be misinformed. Question 7. May I get information directly from Interpol? You may request access to your file from the Commission for the Control of Interpol Files, also known as CCF. The CCF is a panel of data protection experts that evaluates requests from individuals who want to access or challenge information about themselves in Interpol's databases. Next question. I am aware that Interpol has information on me in its files. How can I have it deleted? According to Interpol, there are 3 procedures you can take to get your name removed from the agency's files. First, you can request that the information be removed by the authorities in the country that issued the red notice. Each country has its own laws and procedures. As a result, you will need to consult a local attorney in the relevant country to decide how to continue. Second, you can ask your country's authorities to remove your name from Interpol's databases. This is unusual, and you will need the help of an attorney to pursue it. Finally, you can contact the CCF and request that your information be erased. The CCF has strict criteria for granting such a request. Final question. The red notice or diffusion has been removed. Am I therefore free to travel now? Even if the red notice or diffusion has been lifted and all Interpol member countries have been notified, there are still potential concerns. This is because information from Interpol files may already have been downloaded and copied to national police databases around the world. Even if Interpol deletes its own material, this does not mean that local computers will also delete it. As a result, you may still be held when crossing a border or presenting a passport to check into a hotel. You may want to bring a copy of the letter confirming that the red notice or diffusion notice has been removed with you on your trip. You may also choose to contact a lawyer in the country you are visiting to have your name removed from the local police database or to be prepared in case you are detained. Interpol's legal structure is complicated and ambiguous. Furthermore, what happens to you is determined by the country in which you find yourself, as different countries respond differently to requests received through Interpol channels. As a result, and because each case is unique, we cannot guarantee that the information provided in this video is applicable to your situation. Obtaining specialized and competent advice as quickly as possible is critical when dealing with an Interpol notification. That's it for today's video. If you found this information helpful, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with anyone who might benefit. For any other questions, please visit our website and contact our experts for a free consultation. This is Anton from Amicus. Thank you for watching our video.